What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to be the owner of some real deal money, some real deal silver, and some real deal gold. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver still failing to break into the $33 an ounce range. It's been sitting in the $32 an ounce range for, I believe, 5 days now. Not a whole lot of activity. We're also going to be taking a quick trip to the post office. We're actually not going to be acquiring silver. We're actually going to be shipping a little bit of silver out there into the world. And then we're going to come back from the post office and we're going to be talking about what I believe is next for the precious metals. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things before we fully dive into the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you would like to start investing, download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate on the app and learn about the stock market. Side note, I want to take 3 people before the end of the month and help them learn about the stock market and kickstart their investment portfolio. So if you want to be one of the 3, please reach out. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, currency sleeves, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about the spot price of silver and also the spot price of gold. I want to talk about how silver's been a little stuck this week or the last week. Put a video out yesterday talking about how the spot price hasn't moved a whole lot in, I believe, about 4 days. Well, can say the same today, so I guess now we can say it hasn't really done a whole lot in 5 days. The spot price of silver, as I'm recording the video, here I have a screenshot, $32.72. It's up 44 cents on the day, which is technically a 1.3% or a 1.36% gain. Not terrible, but also at the same time, gold has been behaving a little tiny bit different. Gold has been moving at a slightly faster pace, let's just say. I have a screenshot of that as well. Boom! Check that out. $3,337.80. It's up $108.70 for the day. But look at that from a percentage perspective. See, you can look at silver, and if you don't really understand basic math, you could be like, oh, silver's only up 44 cents while gold is up $108.70. Gold is doing far more. You shouldn't look at from the dollar amount. They're different metals for different reasons, with different purposes, different valuations, and different everything. Different melting points. Different everything. A troy ounce of gold, it takes less gold to equal a troy ounce of gold than the amount of silver it takes to equal a troy ounce of silver. Take a 1 troy ounce silver coin compared to a 1 troy ounce gold coin. The gold coin is smaller, but they weigh the same. They're different. They're not the same. They're not synonymous. They fall under the precious metal umbrella, but they are not the same. So don't get too hung up on the fact that silver's only up 44 cents. Look at the percent. That's where you'll notice the difference. Silver's up 1.36% for the day, while gold is up 3.37% for the day. Also not for nothing, gold recently surpassed 3.3K, $3,300 plus for the first time. So once again, gold hit another new all-time high recently. Gold is on the move, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, silver recently, a couple weeks ago, hit a 12-year high. It's still nowhere close to its all-time high. and it has dropped down a couple of dollars in recent weeks, and for the last 5 days now has failed to move up or down by a noticeable amount. It hasn't fallen below $32, but it hasn't surpassed $33. So not a tremendous amount of activity at this time for silver, at least for the last couple of days. If you're focusing on what's been going on for the last week, silver hasn't done a whole lot. Meanwhile, gold. Look at what gold is doing. Look at the beautiful yellow metal on the move. Now, what's funny about both silver and gold at this time is I kind of made a decision this year. I decided for myself, and I might actually be adjusting my decision. I wanted to get my very first 1 ounce gold coin this year. And I'm on track to doing so. And I am slowly but surely financially recovering from the month of my life that I just missed from being out with an injury. I'm slowly but surely financially recovering from that month that I lost and getting back on track. And give me a couple more months, I'm going to be way ahead compared to where I was prior to getting hurt. But I wanted to get my first 1 ounce gold coin this year. And I'm on track to doing so. But the gold to silver ratio is clearly not in my favor, and I'm not entirely sure it makes sense. We're going to talk a little bit more about that and what I think that I might have to switch my strategy to. Hint, hint, wink, wink. It might be the color of everything else you're looking at on screen right here. But I want to get into the specifics of it, and I want to talk about what my real game plan is at this time. Before we do, we're going to take a 5-minute trip to the post office because 20 people won my most recent silver giveaway. And we got to mail everybody's prizes out. So let's go, people! So here we are at the post office. We are locked, loaded, and ready to go. We have everybody's silver, all but one. As promised, the silver coins are on the way. What I didn't promise, and what might come as a surprise, is that all of your silver is going to arrive taped inside of a Cheerio box. We are doing the best we can with what we have over here. I'm going to put this final one in the envelope. See what I'm working with over here. And we are going to seal the deal. So it took an extra, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to get this thing done because I had the envelopes, obviously. I had the silver, obviously. What I didn't realize until it was too late was that I didn't have enough stamps. So I had to wait an extra couple of days for the stamps to arrive. But here we are. We have the stamps. We're going to get all of these envelopes stamped up and mailed out to all of the winners. The unfortunate side of things, I'm a little disappointed because I got 20 90% silver dimes because the giveaway that I did to celebrate hitting 20,000 subscribers on this channel, which, by the way, is still unbelievable. I still can't even fathom that. 20,000 people. That's insane. In order to celebrate 20,000 subscribers, I said, hey, I'm going to do a giveaway where there's going to be 20 different winners. 20 winners for 20K seemed like a good fit. Unfortunately, only 16 or 17 of you got back to me. I reached out to the 20 winners. 16, I believe, maybe 17, have gotten back to me. And the other 3 or 4, I reached out to a second time, a third time, a fourth time. I put out a video naming everybody that won. I put out another video announcing the people that won. I posted an image in the community tab of my channel reminding everyone to get back to me if I told them that they were a winner. I posted it on X. I posted it on Instagram, which, by the way, you can follow me on both of those at Mykie DYDSS. Nothing. So, unfortunately, only 16 or 17 of the 20 winners are going to be getting their prizes. The couple leftover coins, maybe I'll just repurpose them for a future giveaway. But I will say this. Here's the last thing I'll say before I get these things stamped up and head inside and dropped off and sent out to you guys. Last thing I'll say about this 20-person giveaway. This will be the last time I do a giveaway where there's 20 different winners. Good Lord, I didn't realize that I was getting involved in Mission Impossible. I didn't fully think it through. Then again, fully thinking things through is not really something that I'm notorious for. I mean, you should see my haircut. They call me Billy Ray Celsius, which, by the way, side note, you can get a 12-pack variety pack of Celsius on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different Celsius flavors. But here's the thing. Future giveaways, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners tops. That's how I'm going to do it from here on out. That's the way I've always done it. I knew that 20 different winners was a little bit absurd. But man, the logistics. Good God. Anyway, that's the last thing I'll say. Future giveaways will be secretly inserted in future videos. I don't announce giveaways. As I've explained before, I've been doing it for years and years and years. I bury my giveaway details inside videos so people who watch my videos accidentally stumble upon a giveaway. I don't announce it. I don't publicize it. I don't say, hey, there's a giveaway going on, everybody enter. I don't do that. My giveaways are specifically reserved for the true viewers who watch my videos regardless of if they think they're gonna be getting a freebie. People who watch the content, people that support the channel because they like the content, because they like the channel. Those are the people that I want to have access to the giveaways. Anyway, let's get these bad boys stamped up and ready to go. All but one here in the US. One is going to Canada. Let's go. All right, here we go. And away we go, people. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, all right. I'm in a sling. All right, people, your coins are on the way. I'm on my way home. And just like that, we are back. Winners, your silver's on the way, officially. Now, speaking of silver, I wanted to talk a little bit more about what some of my game plans are for the rest of this year. And I know it's the middle of April. Kind of ridiculous to be talking about the rest of the year, but for the foreseeable future, here's what I'm going to be doing. First and foremost, I'm going to spend another couple of weeks making sure that I have fully, 100% financially recovered and continue climbing my way up higher than I was prior to falling down. That's what the game plan is for the very, very, very near future. But after I get to that point, once I get to that next level, once I climb up a couple more steps, my game plan, for silver at least, is to check off a couple of pieces from my 2-stack list, which, by the way, let me stop right there and just get everybody to head on down to the comments and let me know what's something that's on your 2-stack list. A coin rounder bar that you do not have, that you've wanted to get for however long now, and you've been meaning to get it. What is it? I know everybody has something on their mind right now. When I say those words, some coin rounder bar pops up in your head. What is that coin rounder bar? Let me know in the comments. But my plan, in another couple of weeks, I'm going to be getting maybe a couple of little pieces that are on my to stack list. A couple of 2-ounce coins from Canada that I've had my eye on for quite a while now, and I'm really excited about those. In addition to that, something that I've been wanting to do is I just want to pick up a couple of like buffalo rounds. And now I have plenty of buffalo rounds, but I want the buffalo round to be another piece of silver that I can say is not the foundation of my stack. The foundation of my stack is the American Silver Eagle. I have more Silver Eagles than any other coin. I have more Silver Eagles than every piece of silver that I have that's not a Silver Eagle combined. I have more Silver Eagles than all of that. So the Silver Eagle, it's safe to say, is the foundation. It's the backbone of the stack for me. Canadian Maple Leaf is second in command. And I would say at this point, 90% silver, specifically Washington quarters. Probably third in command if I had to guess. And I want to get some more Buffalo rounds, and I want to get enough Buffalo rounds that I can confidently say the Buffalo round is probably about fourth in command, or tied for third. I want my stack of Buffaloes to be up there as well. I have quite a few, but I don't have nearly enough to say that it's like in charge around here. And yeah, I want to grow the herd. I want to expand the herd. I want more silver Buffaloes. I want my entire office to be, packed with Buffaloes. That's the plan. And I think it's very doable. Pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 a week or every other week or something like that. Very achievable goal. In addition to that, speaking of the Buffalo, the gold Buffalo has been on my mind. The gold Buffalo has been on my radar for years. I have wanted that thing for, at this point, probably about 7 years. I've been stacking for a little over 7 years at this point, and the gold Buffalo is something that I kind of discovered fairly early on. So I've probably wanted that thing for close to 7 years at this point. And I initially made it a goal of mine to get that 1 ounce gold Buffalo this year. That was the goal. That was the plan. Do I think the spot price of gold is too high to get it? No. However, I'm starting to feel like the gold to silver ratio is too far apart to justify converting a large amount of dollars into gold. Being that silver is so far behind and the gap is so far apart. I mean, it's over 102 to 1 at this point. 102 ounces of silver roughly to 1 ounce of gold. That is wild. I remember thinking it was wild at, 1 to 90. If we can get to 1 to 75, it might be a little bit more realistic. 1 to 50, now we're talking. 1 to 40, 1 to 30, 1 to 20. That might be an opportunity to trade some silver for gold, but you also have to take into account why did the gap close in. Did it close in because silver went up in value? See, right now, where silver is, at least in my opinion, extremely undervalued, and most people would say the same, I think at this time it makes way more sense to convert dollars into silver than gold. I do believe in the power of diversification, so I think it's a fantastic idea to get a little bit of gold from time to time as well. You don't want to be all in on just one metal. You want to diversify. Diversification should be a priority to every last one of you. However, based on the gold to silver ratio, it might make more sense to prioritize one over the other. And being that the ratio is so far apart and silver is so, in my opinion, cheap right now, it makes a whole lot more sense to convert my dollars into silver. If the gap closes in due to silver going up in value and that, 1 to 100 shrinks to 1 to 50, 1 to 40, 1 to 30, 1 to 20, yeah, I would definitely consider trading a little bit of silver for gold, which is another reason why I want to get a bunch of silver Buffaloes. I want that to be like my liquidity silver. I'm keeping all the silver that I have, but the stack of silver Buffaloes is probably what I would use to trade for some gold, if and when the time is right, if and when it makes sense. But also, let's not forget about the possibility of the gold to silver ratio gap closing in, not because of silver going up, but gold going down. Now, this is just hypothetical because I personally can't really see a world where gold plummets in value but silver remains relatively stagnant. I can't really picture that even happening, but hypothetically it could. In theory, theoretically, it could. If that were to happen, it might not make a whole lot of sense to convert dollars into silver or silver into gold. At that point, it might make more sense to convert dollars into gold and leave silver on the side. Get a little bit of silver now and then to, once again, continue diversifying, but it might financially make more sense to trade dollars for gold as opposed to trade silver for gold. So you got to play around with it. You got to think about these things and have a little bit of an action plan. You got to have a continuity plan. You got to think about possible scenarios and how you would deal with them. But let's be realistic here. I don't think gold is going to plummet in value and silver stay relatively stagnant, causing the gold to silver ratio gap to close in. I can't see that really ever happening. I could see gold falling in value while silver falls in value with it. I could see that. Definitely. We've seen it plenty of times. We've seen the opposite as well. Both go up in value, both go down in value. They typically move kind of in the same direction together. But with the gap being so far apart right now, even though I want that 1 ounce gold buffalo so bad, I know that silver is probably the move right now. I know that silver probably makes a whole lot more sense at this time. So I'm struggling here. I'm struggling to make the decision. Should I save up for that 1 ounce gold buffalo and leave this cheap silver on the table? Because you never know, while you're saving up for that 1 ounce gold buffalo, the spot price of silver could end up taking off, and then you missed out on dirt cheap silver, and, you know, who knows? Maybe we see $40 silver this year, and, you know, I neglected to stack it at 32. You know, you can't, you gotta stay logical. You can't be emotional. You can't do that whole fear of missing out thing. You gotta set a goal. You gotta set a target, and you gotta go for it, regardless of what happens in between right now and you reaching that goal. But also at the same time, a 1 kilo silver bar also happens to be calling my name right now. And I can get one of them for about 1/3 of the price, 1/3 of the dollar bills, as it would take to get that 1 ounce gold buffalo. So in theory, as I'm saving up, little by little by little, by the time I have enough currency to get myself that 1 ounce gold buffalo, if prices don't move a whole lot between now and then, I could, in theory, get myself 3 1 kilo bars. You never know. So right now I'm kind of just going with the flow. I do want that 1 ounce gold buffalo, but my God, all signs point to silver. And I would like to get myself a kilo bar this year. That is also another goal of mine. I don't own one. I've never owned one. I've never even held one in my hand before. And several years ago, I remember telling a bunch of people and saying it over and over and over again for years, saying that I can't ever see myself getting a kilo bar. I don't think I would ever get a kilo bar because I thought it was a little bit too big. I was like, I like smaller denominations, up to 10 ounce. But ain't nothing wrong with getting one, right? I think I want to get a kilo bar. Man, this is going to be the year of picking up things that I have never picked up before. This is going to be the year where I either get myself a silver kilo bar, a 1 ounce gold buffalo, or if I play my cards right, maybe both. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But in the meantime, while I work on continuing to both physically and financially recover, I'm getting myself back on track. It's going to take me another couple of weeks to really get back to where I was prior to, things going south for me. But once I get back on track and take that next step up, we're getting right back to stacking. And I'm going to kickstart the stack by crossing a couple things off of my to stack list, but also expanding the herd of silver buffaloes. And I'm just going to do that every week or every other week or once or twice a month or whatever makes sense, while continuing to save up for a larger purchase. A larger conversion, I should say. Maybe a nice big block of silver. Or a nice gold coin. The gold coin that I've been wanting for 7 years. Funny enough, 7 years ago, roughly, is when I discovered the gold buffalo, and I've been friggin' eyeballing that thing for the last 7 years. Well, at the same time, 6-7 years ago is when I was telling everybody, I don't want a kilo bar. So I've wanted the gold buffalo for longer. Just saying. Makes more sense from that angle, but at the same time, when you look at the numbers, when you look at the prices, when you look at the dollar bills, a kilo bar makes more sense. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? If you were in my shoes, which would you go after? Keep in mind, My personal gold to silver ratio is even crazier than the actual gold to silver ratio because I don't have nearly as much gold as I should with the amount of silver that I have. My gold to silver ratio is way worse than 1 to 100. Way worse than that. If you were in my shoes and you were, let's just say, very weak on gold, and you have your fair share of silver, despite the fact that silver might be far more of an opportunity at this time. It might financially make more sense to focus exclusively on silver, or silver for the most part. But at the same time, very weak on gold, and you need to get your gold up. What would you do? What would you do? Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to my second channel if you haven't already done so. And follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, get you some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We got the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you would like to, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to learn and navigate on the app. Remember, I want to take 3 people before the end of the month and help them learn about the stock market and help them kickstart their investment portfolios. If you want to be one of the 3, please reach out, and Webull link will be in the description. 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, I don't care if they're airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, microscopes, currency sleeves, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Once again, I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. What is on your to-stack list? What's a coin rounder bar that you've been really eyeballing? You've been wanting for, who knows, weeks, months, years, and you just haven't gotten it yet, but it's still on your to-stack list. What is that coin rounder bar? Or what is the entire list? And also, how long do you think it's going to take for silver to break $33 per troy ounce again? Let me know in the comments anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.